was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Podcasters Assemble. Today, as previously, I am joined by...
the big dog, the big man, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. And today we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
It's Derry.
Yeah,
The big
Derry.
D. The big D.
The big D. Alright, the big dog and the big
Spat
D.
my coat out.
We're off to a good start, boys. Yeah. So this episode, we are going to be talking about Game of Thrones theories.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah. You know, the room is filled with excitement, we can tell.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one personally. I think I've got some great theories. You guys are gonna love them.
Alright, that's good to hear.
My
That's
dick
good to
is
hear.
hard to overthink about them.
Oh yes. Now we're getting into it.
Yeah. There's my prejudice.
Yeah, so as everyone knows, the final season, Season 8, will be coming out later this year. So yeah, we're just jumping right on that bandwagon. Where would you like to start?
Go on,
So,
Tess, for the guest.
Theory one. So you want my theory for what I think, or just a theory?
Whatever you want, whatever's easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start us off. Get the ball
So I'm
rolling.
gonna go with my personal theory, and
Oh, Jesus.
this is what I think. Okay. So I think the Night King's gonna march on to Winterfell,
Yeah.
Alright.
wipe them out.
What?
Wipe them
I
out.
think
No.
I think Johnny's going. And I love him, but I
That's
think
a big
I
claims.
think he's going. But this is why. I think he's going to march through.
Yeah.
They're going to get down to King's Landing.
That's a long way.
There's a
But
lot.
I think along the way, and this is where it gets weird,
They're going to make friends.
at Winterfell, obviously, the Night King can raise the undead. I think he's going to kill them all, raise them all.
Was
So
it
John's going to come back.
John's gonna come back as a
Okay.
White Walker.
As a
Yeah.
White Walker, yeah.
But Ned is going to come back.
But he's in the King's Landing.
Yeah, listen.
I know.
Oh, didn't they?
Did
They
he bring his
shipped
body up,
remains
surely?
back.
Yeah.
I think so.
Is
Ned's
it
going
head?
to be...
No, his head was left there.
No,
wasn't
but
it?
he's undead. So they can get off of it.
He's undead. He's Ned. He doesn't need a head.
Undead Ned.
They're going to stitch it up. I don't know.
Stitch
I haven't thought
they're
about
going
the
to get down to
details
King's
yet.
Landing and they're going to stitch his head back on, and it's all going to be.
But they're going to march down. And as the Night King sits down, yeah,
Sits
think
down.
he's done
Sits
it.
down where? Just on a
On-
park bench.
He's going to sit down on the Iron Throne, and one of those swords is going to be Valyrian still. He's going to die, and Ned's going to sit down.
That's going to
And Ned is going to take over.
be such a fucking disappointing ending.
What?
And the Night King dies because he sits down on a
Can I
fucking
make one
sword.
thing that's just wrong?
Because
Well, that's
Valyrian
maybe
Steel and Dragonstone
Yeah.
can both kill White Walkers.
Yeah.
So he's going to sit down on the Iron Throne. As he sits back and gets comfortable, the Valyrian Steel sword is going to he's going to sit on it. It's going to stab him. He's going to die.
But
And then Ned.
Don't they all die around them though?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay, sorry, yeah.
And then Ned.
Not in this
Ned,
film.
No.
Ned is going to see his chance, and Ned is going to sit on the throne, and Ned.
But do
It's
the
gonna
White
take
Walkers, once they've been raised, they don't really seem to care about...
We're
That's
talking
what I
about
think
we're
they
talking
do.
about the King of Winterfell here.
Ned.
Ned Stark.
Well, he was never really the King of Winterfell,
Yeah.
was he?
No,
He was
true.
the Lord of Winterfell.
Yeah.
He was never a king.
But
He
that's
was the
that.
King of the North.
That I think
Two
that.
of his sons have been kings.
Yeah.
One of them's now dead.
Was Ned not King of the North?
No.
I think he
wasn't
no,
a
I
king.
think no, because he had Robert Baratheon, didn't he?
Yeah, Robert Baratheon.
And they were like
was
best
king.
pals, weren't they? So he sort of
Chums.
was his boy.
He was his boy.
I want to make one
Boy
thing,
up in the north.
one
Yeah.
thing clear
Boy in the
about
north.
this. The
Yeah.
one thing very clear is apparently, Joe back, it's all based in time. It's all like recreating itself, isn't it? 'Cause there's a war back then. But when the White Walkers last raised, they apparently couldn't get past Winterfell. That's where it all stopped. The whole old brand start and the whole history of it. That's when they failed. So you reckon they're actually going to get, in your weird scenario, they're going to get past Winterfell completely?
Well, the things with Winterfell, it's been proven how easily you can actually take it out.
True.
That
Because
is true.
Theon Greyjoy, before he become Reek, which I think's hilarious. Before Reek become Reek.
Which, you know, he's not even Theo Greyjoy, he's just Reek now to you.
Oh, he is Reek now, isn't he? he's just a thing. He's not a man or woman.
Just a thing. He's a Ken doll.
Yeah, we would say Varys. Is it Varys?
It's very,
Varys.
Yeah, he's the same.
it's very easy now for Winterfell to be taken. I know you got the dragons. I know you got Jon. I know you got
But then
Daenerys are there, but
The White Walkers have a dragon as well. So
they do. And that dragon looked.
They don't have Arya
beast.
Stark though.
Yeah, but
yeah, but what's she gonna do against a horde
problem
of
with-
100,000 whites?
She'll find a way.
Arya's great, but you know,
Good old Maze.
what does Arya do when you've got a dragon that's undead, loads of undead giants, and fuck knows how many undead men just
women.
coming in?
And women, they're not sexist in that army.
No, they're not.
No, they're
So
Dead
they're all
set.
coming down. The wall has not been broken down thousands of years. They took it down within like 5 minutes. It was like a piece of cake, and they've all marched in. For me, I don't think Arya's got a chance.
Oh, right now would be a best time just after that outrageous comment and theory to just make sure that anything you hear in this podcast are nowhere near facts, are any of them probably likely going to come true. So just everything you hear and see on this, we won't see anything, but take it with a pinch of salt, please. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm coming at you with some hard and fast facts.
I don't think you can beat that one fact, because that's already one. Then Starks, that would
Yeah, but I've got another really good theory. Another,
Alright.
like, in the alternative universe, but I'll let you guys...
Yeah,
I'm really excited about...
Let's
hearing
go
you.
against his theory first. You've not ripped it. I know you like to rip things, Josh. So why have you not gone against it?
Because I think it's built upon a solid foundation. No, this is quite possibly the worst thing I've ever heard. And most of the theories that I've read involve everyone and their dog being a secret Targaryen. So yeah, there's some pretty shit theories out there. But this one tops them all. This is the cherry.
Just a quick question though. Did you make that theory up on your own?
Well, I looked at Thrones,
Yeah.
1 to 7. Like, the great thing about them is that they'll just throw things at you and you're literally like, where the hell did that come from? like Jon when he died. I mean, did any of you guys see that coming?
Yes, from a mile away. Look, the great thing about Game of Thrones is that it doesn't throw things at you just out of nowhere. There's heaps of foreshadowing, you know. There's people saying, like, you can see things coming. Obviously, it's still surprising when it actually happens. Like,
So you don't see Ned coming. You think we've seen the last of Ned in series
I
1?
think Ned is dead, and he will not
Unfortunately,
become undead.
There's no undead Ned.
No undead Ned.
Undead Ned. It just
yeah.
rings. It rings.
Yeah.
It
But
does
why
have
would
a
he
nice
want to
ring
go on the
it.
throne anyway?
Yeah, he never really wanted the throne, even when he was alive.
Yeah. I suppose.
Right, Josh. Can you just so before our audience become brain dead, can you come up with a theory, please?
Can I come up with a theory?
Can you just say a theory, please? All right, get off
Say a
this
theory.
fucking horrible
Alright.
topic.
Honestly, I don't really have any theories.
Do you not actually have a theory?
No. I'm looking at this, and I don't have any theories.
This is terrifying. Right, well, I've got one. Jaime Lannister is going to kill Cersei.
All right.
No.
Okay.
No. Go.
No.
Go, please. Why not?
No.
All right. Strong
It's
opposition.
not happening.
Why
No,
is it
it's
not happening?
absolutely happening. This is one of the things that I can see happening for multiple reasons.
Jamie's got more of a chance of jumping in front of a sword to save her.
Strong
Then
claims.
He would never kill her. They're in love. You know, they're
They are
family.
in love, which makes it the most bittersweet and most rewarding story arc for Jaime Lannister to turn around.
I mean, I love Jamie. I think he's developed over each season, really, really well. I hated him. Season 1, like that season when you see him with Cersei up in the tower before he pushes Bran out.
Yeah.
I hated him. Straight away, he was my number 1 to get killed. But there's no way he's killing Cersei.
He started off as the character that you just love to hate, and now he's just a man that you love unconditionally.
Yeah. Yes.
He still does some frowned upon things, but yeah, he's a good guy. I like Jaime.
He's excellent. I'll say he's
He's
up there in my
really
top
generous.
5 favourite characters now.
Absolutely, he's a great character. So I can see Jaime killing Cersei for a multitude of reasons.
I agree.
Please.
All right. Let's go simple first. When Cersei was a child, it's been shown in the show, she received a prophecy from some swamp
The
witch
White
called
Witch,
Maggie the
it?
Frog.
Maggie the Frog, that's it.
White
Maggie.
White Witch, what are you
the
talking
frog.
about? Yeah. And so several parts of this prophecy have already come true. She would watch all of her children die.
Yeah, true.
Golden shall be their crowns and golden will be their veils, or some poetic BS like that.
BS means
It's coming
bullshit.
from, is it Maggie the Frog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maggie the Frog.
If I said to you, I'm going to see Maggie the Frog, you coming? It's the sort of person you think,
Yeah, a bit sketchy.
yeah, I'm going to miss out on that one.
Yeah, but those friends are just little bitches that follow them, don't they? Nothing against people that follow stuff, but...
Oh no, follow us, like and subscribe, please.
Wrong way to plug.
But there's a second part of the prophecy saying that
It's not in the
she's-
series, is it? But it's in the books.
It is
right?
in the books. Yeah, I don't think it was in the series, so they might gloss over it. But she's prophesied to be killed and have the life strangled from her or something like that by the Valonqar, which roughly translates to little brother. So throughout her whole life, she's assumed it's Tyrion because he's her little brother, her youngest brother. But wouldn't it be so much better if it was actually Jaime?
It's got to be Jamie.
The person that she's loved all this time. The Kingslayer who killed the last king because he went batshit
But
crazy and tried to kill everyone.
I think
she's
that's the
turned
thing.
into it.
One of the best scenes, actually, talking about the Kingslayer, when has that little heart to heart with Brienne, and he says,
Is that when they're naked?
yeah,
Yes.
in the bath.
Those are the only scenes that Piles watch.
I mean, people don't wear clothes in a bath, normally.
Some do.
But I think he has a heart to heart, and that's when you see the real him. Like I think he plays on the Kingslayer because it's like a shell. I don't think he wants to be known as the dick.
Yeah.
You know, deep down, I think he done it for genuine reasons.
Is it for good?
Killing the
man
king.
colour, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and everyone obviously has brandished him as a bad man for that. And I think deep down, he does care about what happens to Westeros. So I think that, obviously Cersei now, being the bitch that she is and always has been.
Whoa.
Is,
She was still a loving mother, man.
the thing is,
You've
only got to look at what Cersei's done in almost every single episode that you see her in to know she's the biggest bitch on TV. And I think
Yes.
I think that does cause for her death. I mean, she is on my hit list number 1. I want to see her out in season 8.
Oh.
If she sits on the front end of 8, I will go to HBO personally.
Yeah.
And they'll be hell to pay.
Alright, okay, so this is
Alright, yeah.
recorded.
It's just got Derry on several watch lists.
Watch out, lads, there's a guy from this podcast. But yeah, I want to agree with Josh, and Jamie says goodbye to Cersei.
Absolutely.
I do think another good thing I really hope for in season 8, I hope they do deliver, is the fight, the Mountain versus the Hound.
Oh, that's got to happen.
That's a
Oh,
fight that
absolutely.
has to happen.
He
in
will
season
kill
8.
the Mountain.
And Hound has to beat the Mountain.
He will. He will.
That is a fight that has to happen.
He comes up to him, doesn't he, in season 8 and goes, you knew... Wait, what's he say? I know I'm moving around. Sorry, guys, we'll edit this bit out.
I don't think we will. We don't know how.
But no, he goes... What does he say when they go to that... When they bring the White Walker to King's Landing, or that little fucking mosh pit place where they mosh? And what does he say to him? He says...
I can't remember. I think he says something like,
You knew I was coming for you, brother.
Yeah.
Something like that. And he's got to take him out. Someone else takes it, it's just not good. It's not bittersweet.
I don't know, he's also on Arya's list though.
Yeah, but she'd be boring. She's killed too many people.
But what if they just, have like a big fight, climactic fight, he wounds him, Sandor wounds the Mountain, but then he gets killed, and then Arya finishes him off.
Well, he still feels, doesn't he? It's still the Mountain, isn't it? He still feels, even though he's like some fucking zombie thing.
Yeah, he's some zombie. I don't know. Does he?
I know, because he recognised the Hound, didn't he?
That's
You could
the
tell
part,
they
yeah.
recognised
I
him.
think he does know what he's doing.
I think he
He's
can't
just
control it.
awfully fucked up inside all that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's not a bad one. As long as we see that fight.
Yeah, that is a fight that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who's going to win?
is going to
We're going
win.
for the Hound. We'll go for the Hound.
Oh, 100%.
Hopefully the Hound wins.
The Hound survived Brienne of Tar.
Yeah.
You know, not many men can say that.
Just a quick one, actually. This is not a theory or anything. It's just as well, in your opinion. Right now, at this moment in time, obviously not White Walker, someone who's alive. Who's the better swords person out of the whole thing? Who's the better, like, not knight, obviously. Memorable mentions. Obviously, you've got the Mountain Hound, Brienne Tar, Arya.
See, I would actually throw Dario in there.
Dario was sick. They could be
Dario
dead or alive.
Naharis
Yeah.
is a
He
great
hasn't
swordsman.
Been in the show for like a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
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 He's just been left behind.
I think that's actually a theory that I've actually seen. I think it's a really good one.
Oh, who's the best?
Dario actually coming over with the Golden Company
He could do
as leader for Cersei, and he's going to have to go against
Oh,
the love of his life, Daenerys Targaryen.
That could
That would
happen.
be good, yeah.
That's a
Especially
good
now
theory.
that Daenerys is off banging Jon Snow.
And now she's with her nephew.
In her defence, you do
Yeah.
got to keep it
She's
in
with
the
her
family.
nephew. Yep, she's kept it in the family. You know, how's Dario going to react when he hears that? You know,
don't
how
know,
would you
well.
react?
Fuck my auntie. Teach her a lesson, you know? She can play games.
That's what you do, is it?
Well, that's what you can only do, Josh. In that
True.
circumstance.
There's a lot. The thing is, everyone's looking at the battle that's going to come with the White Walkers and say Jon and his posse. But
Jon-
you've got
John of the North, aka John and his posse.
Jon the Boy of the North.
The boy of the North. New boy of the North, yeah. After all, Ned.
You've got that coming in. Everyone's pumped for that fight, but you've got Cersei and the Golden Army. You've got
Theon Greyjoy bloke. Not Theon, what's his name?
You got him coming over.
Yeah.
There's
well,
so
he's
many-
come over with the Golden Company.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
I suppose Theon's going to go after him separately to try and get Yara back.
Yeah, but I don't know,
Yeah.
how is he going to succeed?
I don't know.
If he
He's
succeeds,
got
I'll be
all-
disappointed.
Oh, no, he's got plenty.
Would you be disappointed though? So say come on, Theon somehow kills that bloke. Again, fucking need to look at my names in every fucking podcast. And then
Jesus
saves his sister. Do you reckon it's going to be... Would you be like, yeah, well done, Theon? Or would you be like, that's pretty
I think
shit?
no.
I think Theon needs some sort of redemption.
Theon will win that, and the reason why is because Reek's gone.
Hold on, you said earlier in the podcast that Reek is Reek. And he's Reek.
Yeah,
Reek,
Reek is Reek. I mean, Reek. He just because he kills his uncle and that, he's not going to get his bollocks back. I mean, Reek's Reek.
Well, hopefully
But
they source.
I think they will redeem him somewhat.
Yeah.
I think he has to get that. He despite the shit that he's done, he's still a well-liked character.
I don't know. I don't really like. I used to like him when he was still a cunt. No,
But and the thing is,
Yeah,
he
I
survived.
like
He survived all this way. They wouldn't make him survive through all this just to kill him at the
they
first
would
time.
though. Game of
Yeah, they
Thrones.
were. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, true.
I reckon there's got to be some big characters that die.
I think the first
Obviously,
first episode. I think we're getting a big death. Just
I
to
hope so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
just because it's going to be the fun. There's only like 6 episodes
Yeah,
or something. So
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna throw in 8 with a massive fight. I think they're not gonna warm us up. They've got 6 episodes of a massive
Yeah.
war coming. I think it's gonna hit off straight away with war.
Oh, I've got a theory quickly. I know you haven't got any theories, have you?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a theory. Basically, they are saying that, or some people don't believe that, and I hope it doesn't happen, that the White Walkers just win. Well, like you said in your messed up theory, whatever happened, whatever that was.
Whatever that garbage was.
Was it? But then this one, the White Walkers win.
I mean, I've actually seen that. I don't know. I think so many people would hate that ending. But I don't
hate
think
it.
they would just do that.
A part of me would love to see that ending. Just the White Walkers just wrecking shop.
And everyone dies, and there's nothing.
Everyone.
And the final scene is just him sitting on the throne and just
And then he
a little
dies.
grin.
Or,
Not even sitting on the throne. I don't think he'd
or even,
care.
or even better, he sits on the throne, then dies, and then Ned Stark gets on the throne. That would be.
No,
Well,
that's
I mean-
something I want to see.
Yeah. I mean, that is 90% chance of that happening.
Yeah.
You know, I
Absolutely.
think we are going to see Ned.
Well, the guy
sit
who creates the books is the book writer.
Well,
As you guys know, I
George
did a lot
R.R.
of
Martin.
names.
George R. R. Martin.
Apparently, he said it's going to be a bittersweet ending, didn't he?
He did say
Yeah, but that could be
That's
any-
not bittersweet.
Yeah, but
The White
bittersweet.
Walkers killing everyone isn't bittersweet.
A bittersweet.
Sweet.
A bittersweet ending, I would say, is like if Daenerys died in Jon's arms and Jon was forced into the throne.
And
That's
it
like
is-
bittersweet,
Yeah.
you know, because
I want her to die, or him to die, knowing that they're basically just as, well, not as bad, but they're basically Jamie and Cersei. When like someone
Oh,
Shan
it
goes,
will be revealed.
"Don't worry about it,
It
that's
will
your
be revealed.
auntie," and then she dies. Or you go, "Oh, by the way, you
But
guys
they're
can
in
Well,
love
fuck
that's
it."
an interesting thing. There's a character that I want to see come into season 8, who we've only seen once in the show.
Is it the
And
person in
that's
mask?
Howland Reed. No, not. the
Oh,
person
Howland
in
Reed,
Mask.
and it's flashback.
Howland
Yeah,
Reed, yes.
He knows
Because
about
he's
everything.
the only living person who was there and knows the secret of
Jon
Jon's
Snow.
birth.
Yeah.
Obviously, apart from Bran, who's just a creepy time stalker now, watching his sister get raped and things like that. He's just turned into a right creep. But yeah, Mira Reed left in season 7 to go back and see her father, Howland Reed, and
Oh,
I
they're
want
gonna-
to see him
yeah.
come in.
I think he will.
Well, his son's died.
I think he might even have a big
Yeah.
role. I think he may have a big role.
I hope so, because there's talk of him spending time in a place called, I can't remember, the God's Eye or the Island of Faces, which is basically an island with loads of weirwood trees and the children of the forest and these green men. So he could have some sort of insight into all the magic-y stuff and be able to give some aid in the fight against the White Walkers.
That'd be excellent as well. I'd love to see that.
But overall, just get him in, you know. He's done nothing all this time. Apparently he cried when Ned Stark died, because Jojen tells us that. But
Oh,
other
yeah,
than that,
that's
what has
it.
he done? What has he done?
Yeah, I think this is his time to come up. Like, you know what I mean? Get off the couch.
Yeah.
You know, Westeros is facing
They need
the
you.
inevitable.
Yeah, it's the last season. Obviously, he wasn't introduced because he knows too much.
Yeah.
And that would just make for a bad story. But now's his time to shine.
Well, the thing is, there's 3 dragons. I think one of them is going to call to Jon. I think Jon's getting a dragon.
Yeah, 'cause that's another
Jojen's
theory.
got to get
Jon is dragon-born, isn't he? Really?
Dragon.
He's got the dragon blood.
Doverkin.
For anyone Skyrim don't know Skyrim out there, you're same as me. I don't know it either.
Yeah, because you're trash piles.
Yeah, it's a great.
So are all of you.
Basically,
who know what Skyrim
In a way,
is.
Skyrim is like It's very Game of Thronesy. I find Skyrim. It reminds
Very
me. Of,
tame Game of Thrones.
Yeah, very tame. yeah.
But
no,
no,
I think that
Yeah.
that's gonna be good. I think.
because we've already seen a connection between him and, was it Drogon? That's the big black one, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
the big one,
and
isn't it?
it's
The
good
biggest
with him,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah, because he like
Yeah.
strokes its nose or whatever.
I mean, you can't get close to those dragons.
No.
I mean,
See
look
what
at
happens.
poor Tyrion when he tried.
Look at that poor sheep and that kid that was born.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it killed my children.
Yeah, I mean, if a dragon lets you stroke its nose, you're halfway there.
Yeah, basically.
You know.
You're in. That's a sure thing.
That's a sure thing you can ride me. Have you got any more theories, Derry? You said you got quite a few.
There is quite a few out there. Let me just think.
Sorry, don't have jump to put you on.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
What we're
Do you
thinking.
want me to jump in?
Yeah, you got a theory.
All right.
Well, the host
So-
has got a theory, guys.
yes, it's finally happening. So, are you both familiar with the prophecy of Azor Ahai?
Fuck, why did you ask us such a silly question like that? Of course I
Of
am.
course,
Yeah.
of course. But for
Doesn't
the
everyone know
listeners-
But for the listeners, can you just let them know?
For the listeners, Azor Ahai was, supposedly the hero who saved everyone last time.
Oh, right.
The White Walkers. He's the one with the flaming sword, the Lightbringer.
Oh, the
yeah.
one who gets
That
killed
Melisandre-
like 50 times and still running. Is it him?
There's theories that it is him, but he's sort of this prophesized person. So you know how Melisandre keeps saying that
Oh, the
someone
red.
is Azor Ahai.
Yeah.
First she thought it was Stannis,
Yeah.
and then he died, so it obviously wasn't him. Then
Now she thinks
now
it's
she
Snow.
thinks it's Jon.
Yeah.
And that's why she brought him back. So it's this prophesized hero who's going to save the world and be the warrior of light, who's going to beat back the darkness.
But wasn't completely getting away from the whole Game of Thrones franchise, what I'm about to say, wasn't Anakin Skywalker meant to be that guy? And look what happened to him.
Yeah, but he was, so back down. Right?
Yeah, fair enough.
He brought balance to the Force, he killed all the Jedi, there were the same amount of Jedi as there were as Sith. He brought balance to the Force. The Jedi just got it wrong. They thought that he was going to save them all, but that's not bringing balance.
No, yeah, fair. I've actually never looked at it like that.
Oh, very
No,
smart.
you haven't.
Let's
So
probably
yeah,
get
back
that's
to
another
Game of Thrones.
conversation.
Yeah, that's another episode.
Well, episode
Stay
3,
tuned, guys.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
stay tuned, like and subscribe. Plug as many times as you can.
Some classics. Some absolute belters.
So anyway, Azor Ahai,
Yeah.
which is what we were on before that. So there are lots of theories about who could actually be Azor Ahai. One of my favourite theories, although it's definitely not going to happen, comes back to Jaime Lannister. He is Azor Ahai. He is the prince that was promised. He is the
Jaime
hero that will
Lannister.
save us all.
Nah, can't see it. How though? Back it up, please.
Back it up. All right. I've
Back
got
it up,
absolutely
you say?
nothing to back it up with.
Other than
So-
dreams. Dreams and hopes.
It's my dream.
The one-armed
if
bandit.
only.
The one-armed
If
bandit.
only.
The bringer of light.
So, a big part of Azor Ahai's prophecy is the sword, Lightbringer, his flaming sword.
And he's like Oathkeeper.
He has got.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
not got it on him, has he?
there's only
Exactly.
there's only a few swords of the Valyrian steel
Yeah.
that can kill them.
Didn't
You're
sound
looking-
Jamie does have one.
You're looking too deeply into the sword. It's a metaphor. At least in this theory, it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
But the sword was forged 3 times before Azor Ahai gets it right. First, it was tempered in water. Second, it was tempered in lion's blood. He killed a lion with it. Third time, it was tempered by piercing the heart of his wife, Nisa. Jaime's going to kill Cersei.
Ooh.
So,
Thrown in that fire.
yeah. Then
He's throwing out some.
Lightbringer in this theory is a metaphor for Jaime basically becoming a hero and shedding his identity as the Kingslayer. The first step was him losing his hand, losing his combat prowess, and just basically becoming shit.
Well, losing his ego, which he needed to lose.
Absolutely. And so losing his ego and his title as the Kingslayer is what spurs him on to be a better man. And then step 1, the tempering in water, was when he talks to Brienne in the bath and he confesses his motivations behind killing the Mad King. Second step, tempered in lion's blood. He defies Cersei, who is his biggest corrupting force.
Just a quick question: is it Cersei or is it Cersei?
But isn't House Lannister? They are
You sound
lions.
like you're
They
someone.
are
Exactly.
lions.
Exactly.
House Lannister are lions.
Cersei
You said this to him already.
Yeah, exactly. But there we go. So he defies Cersei by freeing Tyrion. So,
Oh, I like that.
And then
And
Tyrion
his
ends
dad.
up killing Tywin, which Jaime blames himself for, because if he hadn't let Tyrion go, then Tywin wouldn't have died. So that's being tempered in lion's blood. The third time, which is yet to come, tempered by killing his wife, his lover in this case, Cersei. And then he's going to fulfill his role as the prince that was promised and save the world.
Does that mean he's gonna fuck Lady Melisandre?
I think what I have established
Maybe.
out of,
That's the scene I'd like to see.
what I've established out of all this,
Yeah.
just that theory alone, is that listen to that
Yeah.
with the facts he's given me. Mine is just shit. Like mine is.
What, the Ned Stark one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was bulletproof.
You think?
Yeah. Mate. Like I said, 90% chance. That's
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably about 85 now after your one, but
Yeah, just to
Look,
confirm
there's
for the
still a
audience.
chance that they could both happen.
yeah. I mean, it's,
I just
He's
think
going to kill Cersei, and then the White Walkers are going to move in and just kill him, and then sit on the throne.
just for
die,
myself
that's
and the
that.
people, if they listen, was that sarcasm your first thing?
Was that actually serious?
He's shaking his head for the tape.
Yeah,
right,
for
moving
the
on.
audience
wait,
at home.
no. I just think it would just be a great ending. Because we started with Ned, we end with Ned.
We technically
It's
started
like
with
a
those
full
guys
circle.
behind the wall, didn't we, in the series?
Yeah, but like Ned was like our guy.
No, I didn't
You know.
like Ned. Oh, actually, okay, fine. Quick one. Obviously, don't explain why we do it at the end, but who for you will end up on the Iron Throne at the end?
John.
Jon Snow, you're going to go...
No, he's definitely going to die.
I reckon Sansa Stark.
You think Jon's going to die?
I think Jon's going to die, yeah.
Yeah, but they killed him before. Would they kill him again?
Yeah, because they killed him because he had a purpose to live on further, and his purpose is stopping the Night King or something like that. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility he's just going to die again.
Yeah.
But in a better way.
He needs a hero's ending if he's going to get one.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll die doing something very fucking stupid. Like in season 7 when like he could have just jumped on that dragon before and he's like keeps fighting those fucking White Walkers. Like, fuck off, mate, get on the
He was
fucking
kicking
thing.
ass, man. He was on a high.
He was on a high and then they lost the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. 4 or 5 extra White Walkers you killed there, Jon. You lost a fucking dragon. Dumbass.
I mean,
Sorry.
honestly, listening to your theory, Josh,
Yeah.
it is. Well, I think you've caught it.
Yeah,
You've caught that hidden meaning.
Oh, thank you.
It's because
Thank you
it
so
just
much.
makes. I've never ever looked at, and they've done it because they've stretched it out. I mean, you got to think Game of Thrones, when did it start?
Oh, so long ago.
So long ago. Think, and then almost like a year between each season. These things drift out of people's memories. You know, to put all of that together into a theory and then hear it as that, it makes perfect sense of how that could be the case.
Okay, another theory then. Do you reckon Jaime will die? So obviously if he does that and that's his legacy thing, like, does he die? Does he survive?
I don't think. I think
he's a goner.
if Jaime dies, Cersei lives. They won't kill them both. I don't see that they'll both die. One of them will have to live.
You say that, but throughout the entire show, they've always been saying, like, we were born together, we will die together.
Yeah, I think he does.
So this could be Jaime's great redeeming moment. Maybe he does it at a pivotal time when Cersei's about to do something, like maybe blow up the rest of the city with some wildfire, and he stops her by killing her. Or maybe he stops her as she's doing it, and then they both get blown up.
Yeah.
I don't think King's Landing will go. I think that makes perfect sense. Maybe all hell comes down. She loses the war. Let's just put this out there, that Jon beats the White Walkers in the north, and then they march down, beat Cersei's army. Cersei's got nothing, and she looks at this and thinks, I've lost. You know, I'm gonna let her march in on King's Landing and blow us all up. No one's gonna win. If I can't sit on the throne, no one does.
Yeah.
And Jaime stops her from doing that, and maybe Jaime dies in the process, trying to, like, he saves her and enables, say, Jon or Daenerys to sit on the throne and bring peace to Westeros. And it'll be because of, like you say, the prince that was promised. It makes perfect sense. Or maybe you should write the next season of Game of Thrones if there is a prince.
No, maybe I should finish writing the books when George R.R. Martin dies. Because he's definitely going to die before all those books are finished.
I'll also think on that one then. How far would you guys want to see the White Walkers go through? Because obviously, if they don't get past Winterfell, I'll be very pissed off. I mean, I want them to be around for. I want them just to go to Winterfell. There's a big fight, they die, then they go off to try and fight Cersei.
I don't think that. I think the White Walkers, they're a big part, but they've. I think they've had their part so far on the show. I don't think they'll have a massive major role going forward.
Would you not be a bit?
I really honestly think it'll be Cersei and her lot versus Jon and his lot.
I get what you said, because like you said earlier, it's not just in the north, the Northerners fighting the White Walkers. There's all this with the Golden Company coming down and all this other stuff that's happening. And you're right, the White Walkers can't get too far. Like, I would be disappointed if they just made it to bloody Winterfell.
Well, that's how far they made it in the first bit, didn't they? In the back in the past.
Yeah.
That's how far I got
But
last
it would
time.
be very disappointing to see them just do that. But the thing is, they can't get too much further because they are an army of the undead. The more people they kill, the stronger they get. At a certain point, there has to be a point where they've killed so many people that they're just unbeatable now.
Yeah.
So they can't get too far, is the problem.
That's what's that between Winterfell and King's Landing? I know there's a lot of places, but
There's like the Twins, which is where the Freys are on the
Oh, yeah.
rivers. There's the Vale.
The Veil is
Little fingers
good
are
old,
thing.
good old little finger.
R.I.P.
No longer with us, R.I.P.
What's his name? No, it's Robin Arrows.
It's
not
that
the
fucking
kid.
prick.
The little titty sucker kid.
Oh yeah, that one of my favourite scenes was when she got pushed down that gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Wait, so no one's even said he was going to be on the thing apart from me. Sansa.
Oh yeah.
You think
said
Sansa?
Yeah, I think because she's grown as a big. It's obviously
You honestly think Sansa
Yeah.
Stark? I think Sansa Stark's going to get killed.
Direction.
I don't think Sansa Stark's going to survive this show. Maybe Arya.
Arya will not be on the throne.
No,
she
not on the
won't
throne.
care enough for the throne.
Do you think she'll live? I think she'll survive the whole thing.
I don't know. Maybe
Arya's
she
a
will.
gamble.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, she could literally just put her face on and blend.
She could just put on the Night King's face and then just blend in with all the.
But
white
she could
walkers
literally.
too.
Maybe, I don't know how far her powers go in that respect. But if she could blend in, let's say as a White Walker, she could just get off, run away, get away from Westeros. If it's doomed to fail, go back to the east. Because that's the thing, though. The thing with the White Walkers that I don't understand. It's the only thing I've never really got. Because you've got Essos, haven't you? Like,
Yeah.
and then you got Westeros. Essos is much bigger. If you look at it like on the maps and stuff, it's much bigger. They're just going to take over Westeros and what? Just sit there and just do nothing because they're undead. And you've seen them when they're not in action, they just stand there. Like they don't. I mean, Westeros. They'd make Westeros lifeless to do what? Like
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't know any of their actual motivations, and that's something that we need to find out in.
Do you know what I've
season
heard?
yeah.
Oh,
It's nearly as I don't know. It's maybe not. It's not as bad as Derry's one. But who's the bloke that turned the mountain into that mess?
oh, I can't remember.
High
It's,
Scepter,
No,
High
it's,
Scepter?
it wasn't a scepter. It was a maester. Wasn't it?
Maester. What? Him. Apparently, obviously the guy who's the my mind's gone blank.
Well done.
The leader of the king's. Oh, fuck, what's it? Throw a bone. The undead leader.
What, the Night King?
Night King.
The
Yeah.
name
Wow.
we've been saying about 50
Well, yeah.
times. in
The Night King, one of the biggest characters in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite late, guys. Just want to make sure everyone knows that while they're listening. But apparently, because obviously he got that put into his chest, the dragon glass into his chest, he just wants that out to live a normal human life. So he's going to go to that person to get it removed. And when it gets removed, they all die and he's happy and lives on. Could you imagine that?
That would be so. That would be awful.
I mean-
berries.
Mine's better than that, surely.
I think as much as I hate to
Because
say it,
yeah,
as much as I hate,
Oh no, that's not my opinion. That's just what I read. And I was like, that sounds
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, for me, that there's just nothing like that. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, "What has that got to do with Game of Thrones?" Like, do you know what I mean? Have you even watched Game of Thrones?
Just really
Alright,
doesn't like that dragon
there is
glass.
one nugget from that which I could take. That he doesn't want to be the Night's King. That he's going after this maester to get it removed. That's shit. That's,
Yeah, I don't know how
that's a garbage.
he's...
Yeah, they take it out. Everyone died. He's like, "Cheers, mate.
Well,
I'm gonna go back up now."
I do like that idea that he just
Doesn't
doesn't
want
want to be the Night's King anymore because he was forced into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if he's actually coming down because he wants Bran? But what if he wants Bran to take over from him so he can just finally die?
They already are him, innit? There's obviously
Yeah.
other ones that apparently are...
The theory is that Bran is the Night King.
Yeah.
There are theories that
I don't think he is.
It's too obvious.
It doesn't make sense for him
But
to be that because the
yeah.
White Walkers went after them lot. Like, do you know when they entered the cave and the man who's lived for like 1,000 years and he's in the tree?
Meets
He's
Bran
like-
for a
he's only
couple of
like-
days.
The
and he's
White
dead.
Walkers are trying to kill them. I mean, he destroys himself to stop them from being killed with
Yeah.
poor Hodor.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Like
Hold the door.
they all died from a White Walker attack.
Yeah, true.
Why would he then be a White Walker? To me, it wouldn't make sense. But
With that vocabulary of Hodor as well, I really thought he'd have a much bigger part to play. So I was quite upset by that.
I mean, I saw something really funny. It was his biography, and he says, "Hold the door." Through the whole book, it's like 600 pages long, and it's got caps, and then there's like bits, there's like cap locks, and that's just like, do you know what I mean? The bits of his life that are really tough.
If we know to work out editing, I'm so putting that on the when we bring this up, that's so good on the video.
Oh god, that would be great.
Some people just have too much time. That's just such a good meme. Oh fuck me.
Oh Jesus.
But no, I think if you're gonna ask me the question of who I think is gonna sit on it, I'm gonna stick with.
Don't say Ned, please.
Don't do it. You put it in his head now.
No, I'll stick to what I'm gonna throw it out there. I think the boy in the north, Johnny
Johnny
Oh,
boy.
boy in the north.
Yeah.
All right. If I had to say anyone, I'd have to say Varys.
Varys.
No, absolutely not.
He's going to die, isn't
He
he?
is going to die. It's
Yeah.
already been said.
And so
that
it's Lady
he's going to
Melisandre,
die.
right?
Yeah.
How do I get her name right? And I can't remember fucking Night King.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with her?
Melisandre's gonna die.
Yeah, she said in the last series, didn't she?
That they're both
She's
going
going
to
off
die.
Atlantis. Then Varys says, I advise you don't come back. And she says, but I have to die in this strange land. As do you. And he's like, whoa. Oh no.
But at that point, if someone said that to me, I'll just be like, get out of here.
Get out of it. Yeah, but
I'm
he's
going to
obviously-
Exos.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is he obviously believes this sort of thing because
But she's been wrong before.
she has been wrong before, but I think he knows that he's going to die there. Because I think he's been told how he's going to die.
What about that
Already.
sorcerer guy?
The sorcerer who cut off his penis and balls, his
Don't
cock
tell
and balls,
you.
his tackle. Because then he heard something in the fire.
It's bangers and mash.
His bangers in mash.
Yeah.
His meat and two veg.
Yeah. Right, stop.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah. Because he says that he heard a voice speak to him out of the fire.
Oh, yeah.
And the lady, what's her name? Kinvara?
The hot one.
You have to be more specific.
The one that met them in Dragons. No, when they're fuck, I don't know when she.
Off in Marine.
Yeah, she's brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she told him, would you like me to tell you who it was that spoke to you and all that? So I think he already knows that he's going to die there. And that he's scared of it. But I think he's starting to believe because people keep telling him
I think,
that
though,
they know what it was that
I
he
think, given that choice, if you know you're going to die and how you're going to die, you can come to peace with that.
Yeah.
Like, if you know you're going to go into a battle, and let's say I said to you, you are going to die in a battle, you're going to go into this battle and you are going to die in this battle, you would turn up, and as you see the enemy coming in, you have nothing to lose. You can charge at them with all the might in the world. And because you take as many of them as you can, and you know you're going.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It depends on what kind of person you are. Because you could either just come to peace with that fact that this is where and how I'm going to die, and there's nothing I can do to avoid it, so let's just fucking do what I can until that point. Or you're someone who is desperately trying not to die at that point and trying to undermine that and come up with any way you can to not die then and there. And I think Varys is the latter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going to be a tough one for him. I think he's going. I think he knows it. Like, I don't think he... It was this Game of Thrones we were talking about. No one gets a happy ending.
No one.
He's going to die. And he's going to die in a nasty, nasty
Because
way.
he's already shown ambition towards wanting the Iron Throne as well in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's talking to Oberyn, he looks at the throne and he's like, yeah, that's what I want. But yeah.
He knows he's not going to get it.
Yeah, he knows.
But no, I think...
I think we spoke about our boy Tyrion.
Tough one.
Dead
Yeah.
or alive?
Well, I think Tyrion will live on. Tyrion will be the hand.
I think Tyrion will die just because he's so popular.
Yeah, they've got.
But they're going to kill him off.
I
would love
do
for
you
him to
honestly
live.
think though that they'd kill Tyrion, Jon,
I don't think-
Daenerys,
I don't think Jon.
and Jaime?
Only one of
I mean,
Jon and Daenerys would die.
You could say that they're the
Yeah.
big four. They're maybe you could say argue that they're the
Cersei,
big
I'd
four,
say.
and
Right.
Cersei maybe, but
Yeah, but Cersei's going to die.
Yeah.
Cersei will not be on that front.
Well, then again, if you kill Jaime and Cersei, surely Tyrion's going to survive, right? We've got to keep a Lannister there. Obviously,
Yeah,
Tyrion's
that's
the only one that you like.
Yeah.
But I'll
Well,
tell you
no,
someone
everyone
else. I'll
loves
tell you
Jaime.
someone else actually
Yeah.
who might make a stake for the throne.
Oh.
And this is an outside. He's got an outside chance. He's an outsider.
Grey Worm.
No, Gendry.
Gendry. Oh!
You know,
I
Baratheon.
suppose, yeah.
Well, I saw a rumour
Because his dad. I mean, technically
should be on it.
he is the heir, isn't he?
Well, no, because he's a bastard.
Well, apparently
Yeah,
that's another
true,
rumour
true.
I've heard. Apparently he's not. He's Cersei's kid. You know, she talks about her brown-eyed boy who died, her brown-haired boy who died when she's talking to Caitlin.
Yeah.
And then obviously when Robert's dying, and she's like, "I didn't always hate you. I did used to actually quite love you." And obviously had that baby. And you talk about the baby. People think that she just gave the baby away. He didn't actually die, and it's actually Cersei's son.
Which would make him then heir to the throne.
That would make him heir, yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
I think that'd be very hard. I can't imagine Cersei.
But they won't have that now because Daenerys Targaryen's going for gold.
Yeah.
She wants to overthrow them. She won't allow him to go and sit on the throne now. If she's alive, she'll take him on.
Unless she dies.
I don't think he'll want it though. Will he? I think he's shown his loyalty to Jon.
Yeah,
And
he's just going to
and
run
team.
away and have babies with Arya. That's the future I want for him.
Yeah, I think that's the future.
Isn't he a lot older than Arya though?
I don't think so. Possibly. But
Dirty dog.
But they are. That is like the love. They are the love interest, aren't they?
Yeah.
you know.
Oh no.
That's a nice one.
Her and
Maybe.
what's his name? Makes banging bread.
I'll tell you one. I'll tell you.
Hot pie?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's how I want it to
Alright,
go.
alright. Gendry can go off with Sansa.
Yeah.
But
And then Arya's
there
with
is
hot
another
pie.
character in Game
That
of
is
Thrones
it.
that we haven't discussed. They could make a claim for the throne.
Alright.
Ed
listen.
Sheeran.
Please.
Ed Sheeran comes out of nowhere
Sits the
and takes on the throne.
Oh my god, that would be the worst thing. That's the worst one now. That's worse than Undead Ned.
How about Dahara? Do you reckon he will come back?
Who?
I can't pronounce his name.
Dario.
No, not Dario. The one that's the many-faced god's biggest follower.
What? Jack and Hagar?
Hogarth.
Jack and
yeah.
Hogarth.
What did you
gone.
say? What?
Dara or something.
Dara O'Brien.
Dora the Explorer. She comes in, gets the throne.
No,
I don't think we're ever going to see Jack
Jack-
and Hagar again.
Jack's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah,
I liked him.
he was excellent, but I think he's done his bit,
He has. He's taught Arya and whatnot.
and that's what we needed. And she's moved on now to sort her family out, and
Well, they
I
reckon.
think he's happy.
If we do see him again, I think it's just going to be a very briefly.
and
It's
he
not
says
gonna be a
something
major
inspiring and fucks off.
fight. Or Arya just kills him.
Why'd she kill him?
Because she abandoned their thing. He's probably coming gunning for her. Surely.
I don't know, he seems quite relaxed.
Yeah,
I
but
suppose. It's pretty chill.
he's pretty chill, but then he's also
Definitely
an
420.
absolute murderer.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
let's not
pretty
forget
chill
that.
for a serial killer.
Well,
yeah.
they reckon
Assassin.
he's also the person that fought with that sword in the beginning, the wooden sword at the front.
Oh, what? Sirio?
Yeah, they reckon there's a rumour, we were watching it, weren't they? They reckon that him, and there's one other person, I can't remember, all the teachers of Arya are all the same person.
Yeah, but then...
That just makes no sense.
Yeah, why would they place such importance on Arya Stark?
Yeah.
Well, let's face it, she's just a weedy little girl.
No offence, Maisie.
Well, in her description in the book, she's just some ugly little horse-toothed fucking cretin of a girl.
Really?
Yeah. She's like really ugly in the books.
Oh god.
Wait, just one quick thing. Books, you can read.
Alright, mate, yeah, I can read. It took me a long time. I didn't learn until I was at least in my mid-20s.
Actually, don't freak not to say that, because just in case people can't read, they can only listen to podcasts.
Well, fuck them. Going back to school. No, I'm joking.
Oh
Everyone's living their lives, you know, everyone's got different struggles.
Fuck me.
If illiteracy is yours, then like, subscribe and comment below.
Just make sure we can read the comments.
Just rely heavily on autocorrect. Alright, so, for my theory, right now, that I have got all nicely prepared, the person who's going to sit on the Iron Throne is obviously going to be Samwell Tarly at the end of it.
I fucking hope not.
Right.
Because let's face it, look, he's going to be sitting on the Iron Throne, and this is all his story.
So why do you not say, oh yeah, I've heard about the story thing. Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah, okay. Basically, the main theory is that this is Samwell.
It's already happened. He's old now.
It's already happened, and he's just narrating it, and this is his story. The bit about him sitting on the throne, I just tacked on because why not?
Cool.
But basically, it's just saying that this is
Already
a
happened.
story that has already happened, and Sam has basically written it, as part of his maester training or something like that. Because there's a little scene where he's talking to the headmaster at the whatever it's called.
Fuck, what is it called? I really want to be
What, the
smart.
library?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the whole thing?
What's it called? Like the Citadel.
The Citadome.
The what?
Fuck. Okay, carry on.
Thunderdome. Like the Citadel or something.
Citadel,
I can't
that's
remember what
it.
it's called.
Yeah,
In
that's
Old
right.
Town. I know where it is, but I can't remember what it's called. But when he's talking to that maester, the maester's talking about something like the story of the War of the Five Kings after Robert Baratheon's death. And then Sam says, oh, couldn't it have a bit of a shorter title or a bit of catchier title? And obviously that would be A Song of Ice and Fire, which is what the book series is called. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Good.
Could
Good.
be, but I'd be very disappointed.
I
can
mean,
see
you'd
it
be very
happening. I
disappointed.
can see it happening, but it's really boring.
Again, you've thrown out a corker there. That's a great...
Jesus
I've never
Christ.
seen a tongue so far up someone's ass.
Yeah.
For the record, his tongue is now touching his back.
So obviously this theory implies that Sam is going to live through the whole...
I fucking
series.
Oh yeah, there's no way he's dying. There's no way he's dying.
You don't think he's
No,
got
'cause
even
he-
a sliver of a chance
Do you know
of
what
dying?
Sam is?
No,
He's
because he's so
Flash Thompson.
anti-action. He's just not an action guy.
Look, mate, he was one of the first people to actually kill a White Walker. So
Yeah, but I think-
who's anti-action now, bitch?
Yeah.
Well, I just don't think he's.
Bran Stark ain't been involved in that sort of shit.
Bran Stark ain't done shit.
Or Rickon, pussy hell.
He should have fucking zigged!
Yeah.
I just think, look, fair play. He's killed a White Walker. Everyone and their dog's killed a White Walker.
No, they haven't though.
What did he say?
Like the only people
No.
who are the people who have actually killed White Walkers?
Jon
Not
Snow.
whites, White Walkers. Jon Snow's killed
And
two.
Sam.
Sam's killed one.
And that's a bit it, innit? Oh no, Jon Snow, was he saved?
I think there was one more.
Jorah gets saved. Is that by Jon Snow though, isn't it?
I think that is by Jon Snow.
Yeah, I think that's just the only two people.
But no, I think one more has been killed. But that's it. So 4 of them have been killed in total. 2 of them were by Jon Snow. 1 of them was by Sam.
Yeah, fair play, Sam.
He did take it from behind though, so a bit of a pussy hell.
Who gives a fuck? So did Howland Reed. He stabbed fucking Arthur Dane in the back of the neck.
He would have finished them off.
No, to be fair, alright, I'll give Sam his credit. He has killed a White Walker.
Also, he could be a secret Targaryen.
I mean, I'm not buying that at all. I mean, they can't. They can't keep throwing Targaryens at us. I mean, John's are big enough.
Yeah,
Like,
John
upset.
being a
Yeah,
secret
hold on,
Targaryen.
can I... Right, so yeah, opinions on that could probably likely happen, I'd say. What about you if the Samuel time narrating it all?
I think that's very possible.
I think
Yeah.
it's very
It's
possible.
incredible.
I just hope it doesn't happen.
It's credible, and you can back it up with some good theory as well.
Yeah.
Targaryen one about Sam, what the fuck is this?
Look, basically, I stumbled across this theory that Sam is actually the 3rd child of Rhaegar Targaryen and Elia Martell,
Okay, interesting.
which is,
The one up
Rhaegar's
the mountain.
wife. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and that when the war started, they were fearing for the children, so the final baby was kind of given away to the Tarleys.
Because they were close, weren't they? They were on their
They
team.
were close and they were supporters of the Targaryens.
Yeah.
There's also another theory.
So would that make John and Sam brothers?
Half brothers.
Half brothers.
Yeah. And there's also another theory that he wasn't just shipped away because of the war, he was also shipped away because Rhaegar, annulled his marriage with Elia and then went on to marry Lyanna. So obviously he didn't want a baby around from his previous marriage that would remind him of the woman that he doesn't love anymore.
Do you know,
Yeah, basically he was
that's-
given away to the Tarleys and there he was raised as their son, but obviously Randall Tarley doesn't really
Like him.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Again-
Horse boggle.
I mean,
Yes.
you know, I can see it. I don't think they would do it.
No, I can't see it.
No, I can't see it happening.
But
I think it's much more likely that Tyrion's a Targaryen, and there's more theories about that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Daenerys is not actually a Targaryen, she's a Stark.
Yeah, she's the only person in the series who isn't actually a Targaryen.
She's a Lannister. Yeah, but because I've seen the theory about Cersei being the Mad King's daughter.
You've heard what's that?
It's fucked, yeah.
That's
It's a weird
fucked up.
one.
But I can understand the Tyrion one because I think the Mad King was obsessed with Joanna, who was their mother.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously he fucked her. Then she dies in childbirth, and obviously Tywin doesn't recognise Tyrion as his son, and he even says it when he dies, "You're no son of mine." Although I think that's just people taking that line too literally. I think it's just meant flippantly as "I disown you."
Yeah,
You've just killed me. You are no son of mine. You
and he never liked
shit.
him anyway, did he? They give
No,
him some good responsibilities.
It's because he's
like
the
hand.
imp. They've always considered him inferior.
Yeah, I knew Jamie
Which,
liked him.
you know, at the end of the day, Tyrion is probably the smartest person on the show for me. I mean, there's people.
Cersei a due. She's pretty smart.
Yeah, she's very cunning, but for me, I mean, take Bran out because Bran's got superpowers.
Yeah,
so he can see anything he wants. In terms of just knowledge,
Does he actually go back and watch that? Is he?
in terms of
He
knowledge,
says it to her. You looked beautiful on your wedding night.
Fucking
What a horrible thing to say to a girl.
They got raped.
You got raped on a wedding, but you look beautiful that night. You fucking creep, Bran.
I hope he dies.
I hope so.
I think he's boring. He's such a big part. He's so boring.
I think he's gonna have a big part to play though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, he will.
He knows a lot.
Sorry,
And he's obviously going to tell. I think he's going to pull no punches. The second Jon comes into Winterfell with Daenerys, I think he's going to tell them that actually
I've been watching you fuck.
your auntie and nephew.
Probably has.
Well, there's obviously the trailer comes out and they do go to a dragon show up at Winterfell, don't they? And obviously they're all there. They say there is like the trailer, so they will get to Winterfell. Also,
He will tell them.
Yeah.
He'll tell. I think he'll definitely tell Jon who he really is, because that will put Jon as heir to the throne, wouldn't it? If the Targaryens
It's a bit more
are to reign.
than thinking in it then.
But if the Targaryens were to take over, Jon is the one to be. He's the heir, isn't he, for the Targaryens to run? But I think if, let's say, Jon and Daenerys both survive, Jon will not want to take that.
No.
I think Jon will say, "Look, the North is my home. I'll keep the North, and you run."
Well, there's rumours he's going to marry Cersei in there or something.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
There's loads of fucking theories.
There's a lot of them. A lot of them are crap.
Yes.
You know.
There is.
Do we have any more ones?
I've got one last little theory.
Alright, go.
It doesn't really have much importance on the outcome of the story. So it's going back to the idea of Azor Ahai.
Jamie Lannister.
Yes, Jamie Lannister for life. Prince of the Forest. But no, it's basically that Azor Ahai was actually Rhaegar Targaryen.
Oh, I've seen
And
this one
He
actually.
was the big hero, and he was gonna save the world. And then Robert Baratheon caves in his chest with a warhammer. But basically, he is.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the ways to die in a fantasy realm, a warhammer's probably the worst.
Also, is Robert Baratheon skinnier? I hope. Nothing wrong with. Obviously, I just can't imagine it was he Rhaegar's. Will it be this like massive six swordsman?
No, back in the day, Robert was a lad.
Yeah, Robert was like buff, you know, back in the day.
He was a
and then he
tough
became a
fighter.
king and he got fat.
Control your boner.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, he's always talked about having like this thick, luscious hair and being.
Oh
like,
yeah.
a real burly dude.
I think Robert is I suppose you would call him like the ideal king. He's a bit like Henry VIII, really.
But yeah, he's the prince that was promised, and his Lightbringer is basically Jon.
Jon Snow.
Yeah, so again, sword is a metaphor. That's a heavy part in a lot of these Azor Ahai theories.
Yeah.
The sword is a metaphor, but basically, the three temperings, the three attempts at making the sword, the previous two kids, and then the third kid, the third time that he tempted the sword, which he pierced through his lover Nisa Nisa's heart. But in this case, it was Lyanna Stark as his Nisa Nisa, and the killing of her was that Jon killed her in childbirth.
No, that sounds good as a Jaime one. I prefer the Jaime
Oh,
one.
the Jaime one has more.
I like the Jaime one just because Jaime's so good and it has so much in
So who's
story.
your favourite character?
Yeah,
I'd say
let's-
after this podcast, without knowing, I'd say probably Jaime.
Yeah, I think Jaime is my favourite character. I loved him when he was an arsehole because I loved to hate him.
Yeah.
But he was such a compelling character.
Like Sawyer
And now
from
that
Lost.
I love a good underdog who rises up again, so Jaime.
Like me.
Jamie.
Well, you do. I know yours.
You know, the big Jon Snow. He's got to get all the credit in the world.
Wait.
Boy in the North.
Huh?
What'd you call him?
The big Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Snow, that's his rap name.
Yeah, it's fucking
The
me.
streets. Just
Yeah, the big
J.
Jon Snow, the
First
boy
album.
from the north.
White Walker death rap.
You know, I think, you know, he's just a compare character. You know, he's cheated death. He's killed more White Walkers than anyone.
Show off.
Isn't scared of anything. You know, he's got dragon blood in him, so he can talk to dragons now, which is great. I mean, I could go on. He's got great hair. I mean,
He's got great.
So I said, who's your favourite, the one you most fancy? I'll see if our one's not even been mentioned yet, but my boy's Bronn. I think that is actually generally my favourite.
I do love Bronn.
Yeah.
Bronn is so good.
Bronn's great, but Bronn is such a nothing character for me. like he's like a filler for comedy. Like, he's great. I love him, but like,
But he's also badass as well.
And
He is-
saved Jamie's
he-
life so many
he's a
times.
great fighter,
My
but
perfect thing to happen right now is whilst Jamie's going up to the north, he gets Bronn along with him. He
Yeah,
gets
so
Bronn.
Bronn can join
They go
Tyrion.
on a fucking lads road trip up to
Just
the
start
north.
Lads on
smashing every
tour.
cavalry.
Fucking lads on tour, just fucking tearing shit up across the fucking realm.
Fuck Hot
I think they pick up Edmure Tully as well, who's like locked up by the Freys.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
Lads on
fucking-
tour.
Well, that's the point. That's another thing. What the fuck's happened to him now? Because I just come in and fucking killed the Freys. They're
Yeah,
all
so-
gone. Why did she not just fucking free him? Unless she did
Yeah,
free
she
him.
just left her fucking uncle.
He must have starved to death by now, surely.
Yeah, but the women of the Freys are still alive. I think she just killed them.
Oh yeah. So he's having fucking gangbangs. That's okay.
I
Game
mean,
Thrones.
he was married to a Frey woman. I can't remember. Is she alive?
Yeah, she's still alive.
Yeah. Okay. So
He just because he was said, didn't he? He wants to spend time with his wife. He hasn't seen her since that night.
Yeah. Okay.
When obviously they're doing that blackfish. They're trying to kill the blackfish. Is it blackfish?
Yeah. Well done. You remembered a
You
character.
actually remember something about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's not the Night King.
Not the Night King. Though.
Right.
No, I think you know, Bronn's a cool character, but
Bronn is my fucking boy.
you know, he's good to Tyrion. He's been good to the Lannisters.
You have my axe, my sword. That's why I like Bronn.
What?
Still the rings.
Yeah. Wrong franchise, mate.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything else anyone want
Let's just one last quick spin-off. Clear up the air.
to? Oh.
Who's on the throne for you?
Well, afterwards, to end it all off, Sansa still, just because I don't think it's bittersweet, but I just think it just makes sense of how she's grown as a character, so she gets on the throne. That's all she wanted to be from day one, wouldn't it, the Queen?
Yeah, that's true.
Josh, what?
It would still be bittersweet if all her family dies. That's why she has to take the throne. Guess what she always wanted, but all her family's dead now. Look, it's not bittersweet, but now that you've brought him up, I want Bronn on the throne. He was always promised the castle, now he gets the whole fucking kingdom.
That would be. I wouldn't say that. So. That would be bittersweet for me. Yeah. What about you, Ted?
John.
John. He's sticking with John.
Honestly, Big J.
It's Big J Snow.
Big J Snow is
Snow.
going to sit on that throne.
The Powder Prince.
You've had J Cole, now you've had J Snow. His name is J Snow because he loves Coke.
Fucking snorting lines off of the Iron Throne.
What word is
Every
that to say?
sword just...
Different line of Coke lines. Oh, right, we'll get rid of that bit, obviously. That's not staying in for
No,
a child
staying in.
audience. Which don't exist.
No,
Right, Josh, would you like to take out away of our outro?
not really, no, but yeah. Like and subscribe, as I've said multiple times throughout the episode. If you have any theories about what you think's going to happen in Game of Thrones, or if there's someone that you want to see sitting on the Iron Throne at the end of Season 8, put it down in the comments.
Nice.
I said description last time. I'm learning. So, this has been the Podcasters Assemble. I'm Josh.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Derry.
You're never coming back, Derek.
There, you're out after that, Lee. Thanks for listening, guys. Tweedledee.